Hello everybody, today I just wanted to share my thoughts on my biggest issue I have with the Necromancer. Currently I've played it to about 76. I've tried various builds out just for the fun of it, and really the main issue I have, it's not builds, it's not even really balance. Like, yeah, they could buff minions a little bit, maybe make them to where they don't die as fast, etc. But like, the real issue I have is just a lack of mobility with this class. You know, like, every other class just moves so much faster. And I just don't, I don't know if maybe if it's how I'm building them or something, or just the builds that I play lack movement speed, but all the builds I've been looking at, even like Bone Spear, just don't seem like they're that fast. Like, I don't know, like they just move really slow. Like, even like this Infinimist build, right, or Shadow Mist, whatever you want to call it, Shadow Mist, Infinimist, Shadow Corpse Explosion, whatever. But it says Blood Mist leaves a trail that lasts for 4 seconds, and your movement speed is no longer reduced while Blood Mist is active. So it's like this, like, if they would have turned this to where it was like a movement speed increase, it would probably make this build like an S tier speed farming build, but they didn't. And I don't know if they even have a legendary that really increases their movement speed by all that much. Like, yeah, you can get movement speed on your boots, like whenever you're unstoppable or whatever, or just whenever you crit, but like that's about it. And when you look at their skill tree, you can get maybe 15%. I think this is the only thing that actually gives you movement speed in their whole tree, is this one thing right here, Reaper's Pursuit. So like, if you're not playing Shadow, you don't even have access to movement speed in the you don't even have access to movement speed in the skill tree. So like, this is something I would like to see fixed going into season 1. It's really my main issue. I think that overall, you know, the builds for the Necro are pretty fun. I think there's a lot of diversity in the builds. You know, you can play Bone Spear, you can play this Blood Mist build, you can play Sever, you can even play Blood Lance. And there's a guy that was playing like a Blood Wave. I was watching one video of a guy who was doing Uber Lilith, and he was playing like a Blood Orb, like Bone Spirit build, which is like super, like, it was very interesting. Like, I was pretty impressed. I was like, oh, that's really fucking cool, right? So like, there's so many different ways to play this class. So like, overall, like, Necro as a class is great, but the movement speed on it is my biggest issue. Like, for sure. Because I mean, think about it, right? You're in a group with a Druid and a Barbarian that each get like 50 to 100% movement speed just from their skills and stuff. It's like, you're just not going to be able to keep up, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, like, solo play, it's like kind of whatever. That's why it's really not, it's my biggest issue, but it's really my biggest issue with group play, because I mean, solo, I would like to be able to move a little bit faster though, solo, so I can actually, you know, farm faster. Because like, if you look here, right, like, this is how fast this build moves, right? Like, sure, I don't have to necessarily stop with this specific build, right? But it's like, it just seems like so slow compared to other builds. Like, if I was playing the Druid right now, if I was playing like Stormclaw, or if I was playing like Pulverize, I would just be absolutely flying right now. Like, just flying through this dungeon. Like, now, don't get me wrong, on the flip side, you know, notice that I'm level 76 and I'm pretty easily taking on things that are like, I think they're like level 84, so it's like, you know, obviously the builds are strong, it's just the movement speed. That's it. That's all that's wrong. It's just the movement speed, right? So I just wish they'd go a little bit faster. But anyways, you know, that's kind of I guess my soapbox for my biggest issue with the Necromancer. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.